sexual innuendo, right? And I didn't know how to respond. I was just like, have you ever been a hot girl and you've got to shoot down hot guys coming at you? Well, neither have I. So I don't know how to do that.
Eternal flamers.
That's right. Eternal flamers. That's it. Berserk Guts. I just got DoorDash and a pube was in the soup. Can you please not penetrate me with your mentality? And you're just like, I told one dude, right? I said to him, I go, listen, brother, I said, because he started telling me about some of this stuff, right? That we all share here. He was against cancel culture and that kind of thing. And then I said to him, I go, brother. I put my arm around him. And I said, shh. This is the resistance. And then I drove him home.
Here's a little preview of what we got coming this summer.
Talk to me about this, Pan. What'd you hear about this, brother? First of all, is Jordan Peterson a villain in your mind?
No, I don't think so. I don't know too much about it. What I know is it's that Ta-Nehisi Coates, I think, in the new Captain America.
You got it, brother.
Is writing, taking some of Jordan B. Peterson's philosophies and trying to ascribe them to the Red Skull character to make Jordan B. Peterson look like a Nazi or something like that, I think is what's happening.
Absolutely, brother. Pretty much on point. That's pretty much it. Spot on. Ty, you want to add something before we start looking at Jordan B. Peterson tweets?
Well, I would add that all the publicity on this has done wonders for this book. I was looking at Comixology, and I believe this was at number 4 or 6, and it just dropped, I think, yesterday, digitally. So everyone's rushing out to buy it to see what all the hoopla is about.
Yeah, jeez. Marvel.
Hell, brother. Absolutely amazing. Red Skull has had words inserted into his pie hole before that made you just think, wow, this guy is on point, right? This is a throwback. I can't remember from which issue, but let's read through this. Pan, if you don't mind, brother, can you be the Red Skull? Here we go.
Sometimes it comes from the strangest places. We grow in number each time I visit. Thank you, my friends, for your courage and dedication to our cause. Of course not. They say, here, take our food, take our shelter, take our way of life, and then take our lives. Despicable.
Oh, man. Holy how is it possible that I agree with the Red Skull? What is happening in this world?
He was cool back then.
Yeah, and I know that I'm neutral.
Is he
good.
Trump?
I don't know, but
yeah, that's what I was going to ask. When did this come out? I think they took some of Trump's speeches and put them in his mouth.
Red Skull 2024 says holy goat.
Protecting the land, their strength, preserving the heritage and culture of the people, offering them opportunity. And now look at the world today. Look here at the dead husk that was these United States. How the mighty have fallen.
Wow. I would say that, you know what, that every firebrand that has come in through the ages have spoken to a need for a people who want to be better, do better, protect their their family, the society, their homeland. I think this is the standard thing that you tell people who are downtrodden, who are indeed being given the end of the stick, you know. There's no doubt that you want to hear these words, and they're correct words, because how else do you better yourself?
Right. Like, and it's not really a bad thing. Like, we all grew up on America's the best, we win everything at the Olympics, that type of thing, right? We party, we drop the biggest bombs, we don't give two right? We're badass Americans, and now that's frowned upon now. That. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, you want to be the best. You want to have some patriotism. Instead, they just call it nationalism and brand you hater.
Did Red Skull get his red rooster? Just trying to answer.
Guard and the road to something glorious. The glory of Hydra.
Hail Hydra! All right, we've got Jordan B. Peterson, Dr. Benzodiazepine, and he says...
Oh, damn.
Damn.
So Jordan Peterson says,
Why, really live in a universe where Ta-Nehisi Coates has written a Captain America comic featuring a parody of my ideas as part of the philosophy of the arch-villain Red Skull?
28. Captain America. Ta-Nehisi Coates.
He tells them what they've always longed to hear, and that they are secretly great.
Okay.
That the whole world that they are secretly gay. And bingo! That's their purpose. That's what they live for. And that's what they'll die for.
Welcome to the culture war, motherfucker! In a universe where Ta-Nehisi Coates maligns his ideas through the voice of a villain and a hero, celebrated hero, perversion of the heroic, the insertion of politics. Ty, what level of degeneracy are we witnessing here, brother?
Part of me thinks that Coach knew what he was going to do, that this was going to get out, and it was going to go viral, and it was going to hit social media platforms because the book just dropped, and like I said earlier, sales are up, whereas before this book was selling like. So he comes up with a storyline. Well, I'm going to use the Red Skull, who's overused anyway, and I'm going to take this philosophy by Jordan Peterson, who is worshipped by the non-woke, and I'm going to put his words in the Red Skull's mouth, and we're going to push it off, and we're going to see what happens. And here we are covering it, and so's the rest of social media.
Right, so you think it was a play?
Yeah, absolutely. Why else would you do it?
Yep.
but it seems like Jordan B. Peterson's doing a pretty good job of, kind of reversing it on him and using it for his own publicity, which is how you play the game, I suppose.
This is Ta-Nehisi Coates, in case you're wondering.
Yo, man, that brother a blur. He a blur.
He is a blurred. Show a little bit of how the sausage is made. Okay, in the war campaign. You're probably wondering, these bleeps. Okay, this fine editing. How's this happening? Well, fine editing is due to pen, but how are these bleeps being inserted in the videos that you see on YouTube? And I wanted to do a sort of a behind the scenes, an expose, if you would, about the kind of instructions that we supply to our, what would you call them, Pan? Would you call them outsourced aides? Is that correct words?
Yeah, it's you've referred to it as the War Campaign Kids Club.
That's right. Let's take a look at this over here. We got some special instructions over here. Okay, so special instructions. Take it away, brother.
Okay, special instructions. Do not bleep dong, wang, taint, backhole, peg, pegged, mong, wigga, penis, penises, anus, genitals, anogenital. These are used in acceptable context. Bleep it so it sounds like mother bleeper. Do the same with like, are you shitting me? Edit it so it sounds like, are you bleeping me? Are all usually bleeped. Keep up the good work.
Beautiful, brother.
Damn.
Beautiful. This is
That's how you do it.
This is a finely tuned machine. That's more than the 7 dirty words as Beers in 007. That is my Christmas list of favorite words. Hail CDK. Hell, brother, keep it up, says Rich Cook. Keep it up. Clear and concise, it's from an answer source. And the person receiving that message actually came to me and said, you know what? My supervisor gives me amazing constructive criticism. I really feel like I can do my job better. And I said, well, that's great, son. Now get back to it, and you'll make your $5. Anytime Gad speaks, bleep him, says Edgar Charlie. And then I was scrolling through his timeline, right, because I follow him, and I'm just like, Uche, cool, what's Uche up to? And he just kept talking about, well, I stand with Ray Fisher.
Oh.
So, Ty, break it down for me. So, give me some background before we head deep into this back hole.
So basically, you have to rewind probably back to 2017, 2018. This has been a boiling pot, or a simmering pot that has just came to a boil. This is when Geoff Johns was working for DC Warner Brothers on the movie side of things as a producer. They were filming the Justice League that had Zack Snyder on it as the director at that point. Zack Snyder has to leave. Allegedly, behind the scenes, it was said that Geoff Johns kind of forced him out at that point and brought Joss Whedon on. It was at this point that Ray Fisher was saying that Joss Whedon was treating them all badly behind the scenes, specifically him, and it was racially motivated. Whether or not that's true, I mean, that's only they know that. But I mean, that's basically the gist of it. He thinks Johns is a racist who wrote him out, brought Whedon in to write him out and cut him out of the majority of the Whedon cut of the Justice League. And that's where all this stems from.
He was one of the least likable characters, the Cyborg, I thought, out of a whole cast of, pretty unlikable characters.
He's easily the least interesting. I mean, big deal. He can break into the internet. I mean, big deal. What do they need that for? They have a god on their team. They have Batman. Batman can do that. Well, Johns had told him at one point, they were pretty far into it, and Johns came up to him and he said, you've only smiled twice in all your scenes. It's not good for this movie to come out and you to portray this character as an angry black man. You should be more of a lighthearted Quasimodo, have that kind of a quality to him. And Fisher took offense to it.
He didn't want to be told what his character was.
Not by a white man, no.
Is that how it was told to him? Like, don't be such an angry black man. Be more like a retard like Quasimodo. Is that actually what was said, or is that how he interpreted it?
Well, that's Fisher's side of it, and that's John's job as a producer when the dailies come back to say, hey, stop playing this like a gangbanger who's pissed off, and play it. Maybe think about doing the take like this. And he said a lighthearted Quasimodo. That's how he put it.
What Quasimodo to me is the Hunchback.
Yeah.
You told that dude to be this dude? That's what you're telling him?
Yeah,
Play like a lighthearted Mong.
He told this dude over here. He told this dude to be this dude.
Yes.
Yes.
But the black version.
Yeah.
He told this dude.
It's how Cyborg should have been played.
Is this racist? We need a ruling. Is it racist?
No, it's not. No. Is it racist? I just think it's retarded to ask a dude to play this dude.
How can it be racist when he's?
I don't think it's racist. I just think it's
he's
like
not telling him.
Oh.
Not stereotyping him by saying, "Hey,
of course not.
Like act like this other black character." He's saying, "Act like this white character." So I don't think it's racist.
I don't think it's racist. No, that was a brilliant breakdown, hell, brother. I mean, is that racist? Is this hot? You tell me. Everything is up to you. This and this. Yeah, okay. So he took offense to that. I got it. All right, I got it now. He took offense to it, and then he went crying to the media. All right, here we go. We got Ray Fisher again. Take it away, Ty. Here we go. Hell, brother.
I appreciate Geoff Johns bringing on a crisis team to try to explain away his discriminatory behavior. But his excuses are weak. If Geoff believed fans expected Superman's grandfather to look like a young Henry Cavill, why was he okay with Zod's not resembling Michael Shannon?
Wow. Bringing everything into race, dude. Every single thing.
So does Zod have a mixed heritage?
Yeah, apparently I just found this out last night, actually. I've never read anything about Zod's grandparents in the comics. So apparently there was a TV show on Sci-Fi called Krypton, and they wrote in Zod's grandparents and they made them black somehow.
What?
And he was pissed off too because he was written out of a big part of the Joss Whedon cut. I mean, and if you watch the Snyder cut, you saw how much more he was in that. He was basically the center of the stupid movie.
And then we've got this article, which I guess ties into it.
Jean Paget auditioned for the role of Superman's grandfather in Krypton. However, Geoff Johns allegedly said Superman could not have a black grandfather, so he was not cast. Or The Hollywood Reporter.
Whoa. Yeah, we got Evan. Evan, who calls himself an internet superstar. All right, and he says,
Mega canceled internet superstar Evan says, watching Geoff Johns being degraded as a racist and canceled makes me physically ill. He is one of the most gifted and talented creators of the last few decades. Someone who knows DC characters inside and out, and having seen Hollywood's bleak take on them, his fight is real.
And then Keith
Champagne. He says, is that why you on him behind his back, Evan?
wow, all right. Looks like he's got a history of this. And he says, stand up for your friend, you coward. He's not really quite sure what he's going to say at this point. And then we've got Keith Champagne. Gives him the old 1-2 punch.
Nice pivot away from the point, fella, which was the way you talk about your friend behind his back. Tweet how you really feel instead of your usual disingenuous glad-handing. Ouch.
Does this guy have any more friends left? That's what I want to know.
Damn.
I don't think so.
Has he done this to every... Donald. Yeah, Donald's his friend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He really likes him. He really likes him.
And then we got this over here, the cause. Hell, brother, the cause. He tweets out this. I guess we got a screen over here, and we got what looks to be a DM. All right, let's take a look at this.
DM drop.
Whoa. Hell, cause. Thank you, brother.
So Evan says, God, that's impressive. Really proud of the Brightwisers and all of those creators. And it's the Allegiance Comics rack from May 7th, 2020. It's really proud of them.
Hold on, that was May 7th, 2020, but 3 days later on May 10th, this is what he says in a DM drop.
He says, Mitch's Walmart deal is bullshit. He tried to recruit Zach with their business plan, adding expendables to their racks. Their business plan is just a list of hopes and dreams. Zach said so. Or Zach said no.
Is it possible that he just changed his mind in 3 days?
I don't think so. I doubt it. I think he's telling the public one thing and talking differently privately, obviously. I think that's what it is.
Wow. I think, you know what, that lies at the root of every downfall. It's when you're when you lie to your own people. You know what I mean? This is, you know, you're gonna get eventually. Welcome to the culture war, mother.